Hello, hello, hello. Merry Christmas Eve, everybody. Welcome to Country Mama Musings for a very special quickie. We have a special guest with us tonight. Now, if you had a chance to look at the poll that I had on YouTube earlier and you voted, thank you for the votes. If you didn't get a chance to vote, I'm going to wait until we get a few people in here and I'm going to ask them to vote if they didn't get a chance. Who do you think my special guest is? I believe we had on the poll, we had Santa Claus as selection number A. B was Rudolph. C was Buddy the Elf. And D was Papa Jim. And I will share with you in just a moment who actually was the winner. Well, there's no winner, but you know what I mean. Who got the most guests? So I know that there's a very real chance that we will not have very many people join us here tonight because it is Christmas Eve. But I wanted to do this because I just thought this would be a fun time to spend our evening together. If you catch this on a replay, thank you so much for taking the time to watch on a replay. I'm so glad that you will spend a few minutes with us. So I don't know who all is in the chat, but like I said, who do you think the special guest is for our special Christmas Eve quickie? We have Santa Claus, Rudolph, Buddy the Elf, or Papa Jim. So put your answers over in the chat if you're watching and let me know who you think is our special guest. I've got my questions. I'm giving them a shuffle and we will be starting our live in just a moment with our guest, but I wanted to see, hello, Danny, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I was just asking everybody, I did a poll. Hello, Real Tech Review. You're saying it's going to be Papa Jim. Ooh, Danny thinks it might be Santa. We shall see, we shall see. All right, so I know that we're not going to be getting too many people, but I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad you were able to join us tonight. And I'm going to go ahead and bring up our special guest because I don't want to leave them waiting in the wings too long. So everybody put your hands together for none other than Santa Claus.
Hey.
Oh, wait, it's not Santa Claus, it's Papa Jim.
Close to Santa Claus.
He looks very close to Santa Claus tonight. Welcome.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
You came all the way from downstairs.
I'm all the way directly under you.
Directly under.
See, I can see up there.
You know, we were going to have matching Santa hats. You want to tell everybody what happened?
Do I want to tell what happened?
Yeah.
You were there. I wasn't.
I tattled on your dog because your dog ate my Santa hat.
Did you watch him do it?
I know she did. I didn't do it. Did you do it?
I didn't do it.
Well, it wasn't me.
Why would you think it would be my dog?
Because she had that guilty look on her face like she just ate a Santa hat.
Did she? Did she have like the white and red fuzz in her mouth?
She did. She had a bunch of little white fur hanging out of her mouth.
She's been known to get into stuff that she's not supposed to.
She did. So we don't have matching hats today. So Danny over at Wicked Awesome Gardening says, hi, Papa Jim.
Hi.
That's Danny. She's recently relocated and she's fixing up a little place for her to live in. She's got the most adorable stuff in it. I think it's so cute. She's going to do a great job doing that. Okay. So for those of you who have attended our quickies before, I always like to start with a little foreplay. So for those of you who don't know what the foreplay is, it's when I ask our guests to provide us with 4 unique random facts about themselves, and then we will have our quickies. So Papa Jim, 4 random facts, if you please.
4 random facts about me. I was born in Arkansas, Hot Springs, Arkansas. I am an automotive mechanic, technician.
2.
I'm a happy person.
3.
And I love my kids and dogs.
That's very sweet. That's 4. That's a great foreplay.
Yeah.
I can tell anybody. You know what that's going on. Okay, we ready for our quickie? I'm going to tell you real quick. Our quickie is going to be run a little different tonight. Usually it's just a 10-minute quickie with my guest, but Papa Jim and I are going to do something a little different. Earlier this evening, I took all of my questions that I have on my cards downstairs and I shuffled them up real good and I handed them to Papa Jim. I said, cut the deck and deal them out. So that is exactly what he did. He has his own stack of cards. I have my stack of cards, and we're going to do a quickie back and forth because why not? Hello, wifey. You're ready for the quickie. I'm glad you're here. So we're going to play rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first. Are you ready?
One,
two,
two,
three.
three.
You watched to see what I did. That's no fair. That's no fair. All right. Scissors, cuts, paper. I will go first. So are you ready? What is your all-time favorite Christmas movie?
Christmas Vacation.
Why? Why is that your favorite?
I did Chevy Chase, and it's just one of those movies where you can just kind of relate sometimes.
You can relate to it.
I can relate to
Clark Griswold.
Yeah.
You relate to him in all of his vacation movies, don't you?
I do.
I know there's been times that we've been somewhere and you're like, what's the smell from the back seat? What is that smell?
I know. You know that smell.
You know that smell. So you relate to him.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair enough. All right. My turn.
Okay. If you could change your name, what would you choose? What would you choose and why?
If I could change my name, I would change my name to Olivia.
And why?
Why? Because I noticed some time ago, I've already got a unique name anyways, and it took me forever to even see like a coffee mug or anything with my name on it. So it was unique and rare. And if I'm going to stay with the unique and rare stuff, I would like to have Olivia, because when I type my name on a keyboard and I go to put Alicia, sometimes I hit the V. Mm-hmm. And so it says Olivia with an A. And I think that would be a beautiful, unique name. And wifey over at Blind Guy, his wife, their life says, yes, National Lampoon's Vacation for the win. She agrees with you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, Papa Jim, what's your favorite pizza topping?
My favorite pizza topping, one topping or what my toppings are?
Actually, it says toppings. It's plural.
All right. So I have a new favorite.
Uh-oh.
It is sausage, pepperoni, onion, jalapeno.
Ooh, where did you learn about that one?
From my coworker at work. My coworker.
Your coworker.
Ben. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Interruptus Maximus.
Shut him off.
A little girl in your daycare is named Olivia, Danny? That's amazing. I've never seen it before. That's wonderful. Wifey says spinach, mushrooms, and olives.
Yeah. I really like the chicken Alfredo pizza.
Mm-hmm.
But ever since we kind of was doing our once every pay period pizzas at work, that's what we get is the sausage, pepperoni, onion, jalapeno.
Okay, good enough.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
If you could be any animal, what would it be?
Oh, if I could be any animal? A koala bear.
That's what I am.
Well, I would be a koala bear because I know it's your favorite.
That's my favorite.
And I would want to be your favorite.
And I want to be one of those clip-on koala bears that people clip on their lapels and stuff. That way I could just hang around with people.
Just hang on all day?
Hang on all day.
Boy, everybody's still going with the whole pizza thing. Broccoli, spinach, garlic. Bonus if it has feta cheese.
Feta cheese.
Pizza is a popular. You know what I've really been craving lately? I've been craving a barbecue chicken sandwich with my fakey chicken, of course, but with the barbecue sauce instead of tomato sauce. And then the cheese, red onion, cilantro, and chicken. I'm going to
barbecue chicken pizza is pretty good too.
Yes. I've been craving that lately. That's what I've been.
And any pizza. I'm honestly, as you can tell, I eat,
You
so
can put
I
the
can eat
pizza
whatever.
away, huh?
Oh yeah,
It's a nice shirt.
you like that?
Yeah, you want to give a shout out where you got that shirt?
I got this shirt from my Snap-on dealer.
Your Snap-on man.
Yeah,
It was a very expensive shirt.
yeah. Ain't saying how much it was. So the
It
shirt was
was
free.
it was a gift, but you had to spend
The,
money to get it.
the shirt was free.
Uh-huh.
So
After how many payments?
no payments for the shirt.
Not for the shirt, for what you had to buy the shirt in order to get it.
That's a whole nother story for a different
That's a
show.
whole nother story. Okay, my turn.
Is it your turn?
I think it's my turn. No,
Yeah,
I guess, is it?
yeah. Because I asked about animals, and then we got on the animal deal.
Okay. What's the favorite thing you've done in the last 24 hours?
The favorite thing I've done. Can I really say?
If you want to.
I got to use my Christmas present this morning.
You did.
I did.
Tell everybody what you got to do.
Mama. My mama. I got to use my car lift.
Your car lift. You got a new hoist for Christmas, didn't you?
I got a hoist in my workshop. Yep.
How did that feel, putting your car up there?
I got to raise my car up instead of having to get down on the floor on a piece of cardboard. I got to raise it up and stand underneath it.
Nice.
So that was about 38 years in the coming. So
well, you deserve it. It was well worth it.
So
and
it'll be mine after 365 more payments. And I'm joking.
And you didn't get a shirt out of that deal.
I did not. You know what? He should send me a shirt.
You should. You should get a shirt out of that deal.
I think I'm going to be calling him. So, are you ready for yours?
I'm ready.
What's the best piece of advice you were ever given?
The best piece of advice I was ever given, not that I really ever, okay. The best piece of advice I was ever given was that in a marriage, only one person is allowed to be crazy at a time. Because if we're both crazy at the same time, we're going to implode. And if we're not crazy, if neither one of us are acting crazy, then there's no pep. Right. Somebody's got to be acting crazy. Who's crazy most of the time, though?
You are.
Okay.
I mean, not me.
You're never crazy.
I'm not crazy. I
think there will be people that beg to differ.
Yeah. The one of the best advices I was given is you only break one law at a time.
You only break one law at a time.
Yeah. So if you're speeding, make sure you're not drinking. One traffic law. Do not break one traffic law, only one at a time. So if you're speeding, don't drink. If you're drinking, make sure everything else is perfect, which you don't drink. Well, but, I got pulled over about a month ago. And, it was by a state trooper. And I thought for sure I was going to get a ticket. I was doing 65 and a 55, blaring my country music on the way home from work. And, I was honest with that officer, and he only wrote me a warning. I was really surprised. I thought I was going to get 10 over the speed limit.
Yeah.
And so, no, he...
So what do you mean you were honest with him? What did he ask you? Did he ask you why you were in a hurry?
He asked me, as soon as he walked up to the car, I told him that I just got off of work. I was jamming on my country music, and I just looked down when I saw you, and I noticed I was doing 65. So...
That didn't work for me. I still got a ticket.
I know.
And it was on my birthday.
Look at this right here.
I know. What can I say?
I know.
All right.
All right, it's my turn.
Is it?
You asked me.
Oh. What is your hidden talent? Do you have one?
What is my hidden talent? I don't know. I never thought about a hidden talent. I mean, I can work on cars. I mean, I pretty much, if I put my mind set to something, I can do whatever. I mean, honestly,
that's a good talent to have.
Right. I didn't think
you're versatile.
There's the things I didn't think I could do. And I mean, from construction to plumbing to electrical, and going down the big slide of the water park,
Yeah. Being a grandpa,
being a
all kinds of
grandpa,
things.
being a doggy daddy. So
You got your doggies right there with you. Thank you,
be,
wifey. I know it's
be,
like I've got my childhood boyfriend here. I know. Makes me all giddy. Welcome, Natasha. Tasha. All right, my turn.
okay.
Uh-oh.
What?
I don't know. You're asking me a question, right?
Oh, is it me asking you a question?
I forgot what the last question was.
Okay. What was your favorite childhood game?
My favorite childhood game. I had a lot of games that I really enjoyed as a child. But I think the favorite game of all time when I was a child was dodgeball. No, not dodgeball. Kickball. Kickball.
Kickball.
I loved playing kickball. That was a lot of fun at recess. But if we're talking board games, I used to really enjoy playing Monopoly.
Monopoly.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And if we're talking card games, I've always loved cribbage. And you need to play cribbage with me more often.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe someday.
Maybe someday. I know you don't like to work your brain after working your brain all week at work.
I know. Maybe.
Hello, Tasha. She's saying hi to everybody.
All right. You're
Okay.
ask me a question.
Now this is for anywhere, not just what's local. If you were going to take me to lunch, where are we going?
Arashi's.
Arashi's, yes. Oh,
That was
so
a Japanese steakhouse out in California where we used to live. Um, in a town that was about 25 miles away.
and it's like a Benihana where they do all of the stuff right there in front of you on the big grills, and they do jokes and they goof around and stuff,
And they throw rice
and
in your mouth.
they throw rice in your mouth, and they make volcanoes out of onions, and it's a lot of fun. I love going there, and I miss going there with you.
Yeah, that was fun times.
That was fun times. Okay.
My turn. Ask me.
I just asked you.
Did you?
I asked you if you were taking me
Okay.
to lunch. Where are we going?
What's your favorite holiday and why?
My favorite holiday. Didn't grow up celebrating a lot of holidays, so you know I'm hot and cold sometimes. I think I've always just enjoyed Thanksgiving the most.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I like Thanksgiving. I like it when we can get together with family and just not have any pressure of buying the perfect gift for somebody or anything like that. I love Thanksgiving. I love the fellowship of just getting
Right.
together with family.
I like mine's Christmas, but it's not the gifts. It's just the atmosphere and the everything that goes with Christmas and the Christmas meaning, and I don't know, the smells of all the pine scents and stuff like that.
You like all of it.
I like Christmas.
All of it. Okay. What is your favorite Christmas song?
I have a couple.
Okay.
Baby, It's Cold Outside, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh, we should tell the story about Rudolph later.
Yeah,
We were actually researching that today.
we were. And I like Santa Baby. I mean, all the traditional, songs. Not the real old songs, a few of them, but more of, probably the 50s, 60s. Right.
Yeah.
There.
Okay. And Santa Baby is one of our favorite ones. We sing it together sometimes.
Yeah.
Not Santa Baby. Baby, It's Cold Outside.
Baby, It's Cold Outside.
I keep mixing that up. I've done that before.
I know it's tough.
I've done that before. So everybody seems to like the whole kickball thing. Thanksgiving is simple, cooking good food and enjoying the meal and those you share it with. Yeah. And Danny says she read about Rudolph yesterday. What, sweetie?
I used to like when I was young, football. I used to, all my friends and stuff, we used to get together and we always played football. I mean, started off as tag and ended up as tackle football. So, what's the last thing you bought online?
Well, you do all the online shopping. So I don't know that I've purchased anything online lately, because usually what I do is I just send it to you and I ask you to buy it for me. So what was the last thing that I ordered online? I know the last thing that I ordered online that showed up in the mail, and that was my Harvest Guard reusable canning lids and seals. Those
That was
showed up in the mail this week
that was the last thing. Even though they were ordered
in October.
no, before that.
Really, in September?
I think it was September.
Wow. Yeah, they took a long time to get
Yeah.
here.
Took a long time to get here. But I think the last thing that we ordered.
I know what the last thing I ordered online.
What was that?
It was one of my coffee mugs out of my merch store for a winner for our giveaway
Oh,
live that we did a few weeks ago. That's what that was. What was the last thing you bought online?
I don't know.
You buy so much.
I'm thinking, what was the last thing that I bought online?
I'm not kidding. Amazon or FedEx or the UPS man. They're here almost every day.
I think the last thing I bought online was something working on one of the boys' cars. I think it was.
Or was it doggy aspirin for the puppy that
Oh, doggy aspirin, but that took like a couple weeks to get. But the last thing I actually ordered was working on one of the boys' cars. I wanted to get a measuring tool so I could measure something. So anyway,
Okay.
I had it at work, didn't have one at home. Got to have both. So
Why not?
why not?
When you're alone in the car, what song do you play?
What song do I play? Um, fancy like.
Oh, like fancy, like Applebee's.
Yeah, that's
We
my.
need to learn that dance. Okay, so we need to learn that dance.
That's my. What do you call it?
Your guilty pleasure.
My guilty pleasure on the way home is I put on my phone and I crank it up and play fancy like. So
Yeah,
I don't know why I like the song.
I still don't understand the whole natty squeaking in the styrofoam. I don't understand
Yeah.
that whole concept, but
It's like Natty.
I know it's like nothing, but
I know, and I don't know.
Real Tech Review says pretty fly for a white cub.
A white cub.
Is it supposed to say pretty fly for a white guy? Give it to me, baby.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That was 20 years ago.
In the day.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite songs, just because the kids.
Just because of the kids.
I know the answer to this one. Are you asking me or am I asking you? I asked you what your guilty pleasure was, right?
No, you asked me what I bought online.
Oh, online. Okay, so now you asked me.
No, I asked you what song you play.
Oh, is that it? Okay, so yours is, which I know the answer to this one, morning person or night owl?
Oh, I'm a night owl.
You're a night owl.
100%. I've always been a night owl. I've never gotten up early in the morning unless the baby's got me up early. Although I will say for everybody watching, when we were very first married, I would get up every morning, the same time you would get up before you would go to work, and I would make you breakfast every morning, and you wouldn't eat it. And after a couple of weeks, I asked you why you weren't eating breakfast, and you said you just really weren't a breakfast guy. And I was
never
like,
got it again.
huh?
I never got it again after that.
I do. I might as well sleep in.
I do on the weekends.
Yes.
You make me breakfast on the weekends. But yeah, after that, I never. No. You slept in, I went.
And now I stay up later than I used to now.
Yes.
If I'm working on a project, if I'm crocheting or something, I used to stay up late, but now I stay up late because I'm in pain. So I usually kind of wait until I kind of just get so tired that I have to fall asleep then. But if I go to bed before my body is ready, then I toss and turn because I'm in pain, and I don't want to keep you up with my tossing and turning. So, tell me your all-time favorite Christmas memory.
My all-time favorite. Huh?
I'm saying hello to Suburban Homesteader. They just
I'm
popped in.
trying to figure all-time Christmas.
All-time favorite Christmas memory. It can be from our lives. It can be from when you were a child
Oh,
before
yeah.
we got together.
I think my is. I don't know. I have a few of them. I think. I mean, it's got to be with the kids out in the desert when we take them out to the desert with the motorcycles, and we had the wooden Christmas trees and stuff like that. That was my all-time favorite. Was with the kids out, in our own world.
We were out in the middle of nowhere when we would go out
Nowhere
there for Christmases.
and Thanksgivings.
Yeah.
So
And we did. We had a little wooden Christmas tree. It was a cutout Christmas tree with a little reindeer on it. And it had little ornaments on little springy little pieces of metal. And I wrote our names on all of the Christmas tree little ornaments and stuff. And we would always take that with us when we would go out camping for Christmas. So we would still have a tree. We didn't have a lot of traditional Christmases because we would do things like that. We
yeah,
did have some at home, but some we would be out and about. Hello, Brenda. Merry Christmas. So you said you had a few. That's one. Do you have any
yeah.
others you want to share?
And then memorable. Like what kind of memory?
It just says, what is your favorite Christmas
Oh, favorite.
memory?
Okay. Like I said, there was the one up in Northern California that involved pen caps, but that was pretty funny. Um,
I'll tell that story in a minute.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm thankful for every Christmas I have.
There we go. There we go. So just to fill in on the pen cap story, guys. When Jim and I were, I don't know, I think we'd been married. Josh should probably run too. We'd been married 3, 4, 5 years maybe.
Yeah.
And Jim's dad had opened his own business, and Jim was working for him. And one day Jim pulled up to the business and left the kids and I in the car, and he went in to go do something. And the kids were asleep. And I thought, this is really a family business. I should go in and I should help do something. So I went in and I thought, well, I'll just sweep the floors. So I swept the floors, and I can clearly still remember sweeping the debris up into a dustpan. And in the dustpan that I swept up off the floor was a lid to a blue Bic pen. And I remember thinking, probably shouldn't throw that away. And I was like, whatever. It's just a pen lid, right? So I threw it away. And Papa Jim finished up what he was doing. We got in the car and we went back home and everything was fine, or so I thought. And then we heard this banging on the door, and Jim's dad was at the door, and he came in through the door like a bat out of hell. He was pissed. Who threw away his pen lid? Remember how mad he was? I mean, he was livid. Who would be stupid enough to throw away his pen lid? And I mean, I fessed up. I threw it away, and he just couldn't understand how I could be so stupid. So it blew over. I swore I'd never go in the business again. I wouldn't help anymore. I wouldn't do anything. And so at some point later on, I was bank, or I was somewhere, and there was this pen lid on the counter. And I thought, I'm going to save that pen lid and give it to Jim's dad for Christmas. And everywhere I went, to the bank, to the doctor's office, anywhere, if they had pens that had a pen lid on it, I'd say, can I have that pen lid? And I started collecting pen lids. And so I saved up until I had a whole bunch of pen lids. And then we went up to his family in Northern California for Christmas that year. And in front of everybody, I presented him with this box, and he opened it up and he just looked entirely shocked. He's like, I don't get it. And I told the whole family the story about how he completely flipped out over pen lids. And everybody was laughing hysterically. They thought it was funny. But I did hear later that he was really pissed at me for doing it. And
Well, because you called him out in front of everybody.
I called him out in front of everybody, and he went in the kitchen later and he told somebody, he goes, I'm going to kill her. I'm going to kill her.
What was your first job?
What was what?
Your first job.
My first job truly was babysitting for the local church, the church where we went when I was about 12. I used to babysit for 50 cents an hour, all the church kids, like for Sunday school or Wednesday service, whatever. But my first real job where I was actually working for somebody was at Tasty Freeze, and
In
San Jacinto,
San
California. I worked
Jacinto.
at Tasty Freeze. It was right down the street from where we
The old
lived.
Tasty Freeze.
And I cooked hamburgers. I prepared all the food. I did all the ice creams and the sodas, and I really enjoyed working there. It was interesting, to say the least. And I didn't work there very long, because
No.
then we had a medical emergency and I wasn't able to work anymore for a
Right.
while. So, but it was fun while I was there.
And having a bunch of babies and stuff.
We just had one baby at the time.
Right. I'm just saying,
One
but
baby.
but there was more that came after that.
Yeah, but I think I was 17.
Yeah.
I was 17, married, and had a baby, and worked at Tasty Freeze making ice cream cones. I could make a pretty ice cream cone and then dip it in the chocolate. I did really good.
Did you put whipped cream on top?
Oh, we're gonna do that dance. We're gonna do that dance. 2 straws, 1
Like
check.
Applebee's?
Got
Yeah.
you. Good morning. Not good morning. Hello, Kansas Misfit. Hello. Okay, whose turn is it? It's my turn to ask you.
Yes.
What is the first thought you have when you wake up every morning?
What is the first thought? Because let me see. The first thought, honestly, it's probably is it a work day?
Okay.
When I get up, the first thing is, okay, is this a work day, or is it? Because I usually beat my alarm waking up every morning anyway, even with my days off or whatever, and then I have to sit there and think real quick. Okay, is this a work day or is it a day off? So
Okay, my turn.
Favorite song you're embarrassed you like?
Favorite song that I'm embarrassed to like?
Yeah.
Mambo number 5.
Mambo number 5.
That
Nice.
or Macarena, only because I know the dance and it's kind of.
Are you sure it wasn't Billy Ray Cyrus?
Achy
Achy
Breaky
Breaky
Heart? Well, maybe. Let's just say I got a whole bunch of them.
Yeah. You had your phases. All right, my turn.
Okay. Already asked you that one. Currently, what is your favorite TV show? And it can be TV, Netflix, Hulu, or anything on YouTube. What's your favorite right now?
Favorite what?
What's your favorite TV show?
My favorite TV show.
Currently,
right now. I have my favorite TV show right now.
like if we had unlimited access with cable TV, because we don't have cable TV right now,
right.
what would you want to turn on for a TV show?
I don't know. I'm big into crime shows. I like my Joe Kendas and stuff like that, because I like the investigation part and how things are the thought process on how to break things down. But then, things that I don't want to really admit to is that the what's it called that we've been watching? The Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale.
I'm sucked into that.
It took me a long time to get you sucked into that.
Did.
You did.
But I'm sucked into it. And
Real
so
Tech
that
Review says that their guilty pleasure song that they sing in the car is Rhinestone Cowboy. I don't know if they're saying they sing it or if they're saying that we sing it. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Are you guys leaving there? Suburban Homestead, thank you for stopping by.
Yes, thank you.
On YouTube, Kansas Misfit. And everybody's adding their little comments there in the side there. Okay, who's next?
If you could only watch one reality show for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Survivor.
Survivor?
I love Survivor.
Naked and Afraid.
Ooh, Naked and Afraid. That's like Survivor, but
On steroids.
on steroids.
No, I think if I could have one reality show, it would probably be what's it called? Um, um, oh God, can't think of the names. The Street Racers. Remember that one? Um, no prep racing type thing.
Oh, where they would just go out and meet on some road somewhere
Right,
until the cop showed up.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, one thing you've been watching lately that I really enjoy lately too is Audit the Audit.
Audit the Audit.
I like watching Audit the Audit when you pull that up. And for those
Yeah.
of you who don't know, that's when somebody will actually give you the rundown of footage from somebody's dash cam when they get pulled over by a police officer, and how the police officer interacts, and how the driver interacts, and what happens. And then they grade the police officer and the driver to see how well they did with this interaction.
Right. Yeah.
Brenda
Yeah,
doesn't like reality shows. Kansas admit that she likes Survivor. Real
yeah.
Tech Review likes
Cop.
Cops. That was a
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah. What's the newer Cops is called?
Oh, and they took it off of TV.
Right. Live PD.
Live PD. Yeah, we
Yeah.
just like that one too.
Yeah, those are good. Okay. Let me see. Did I ask you?
I asked you.
Okay. So, which movie made you laugh the most?
Okay. I know this one. The movie that made me laugh the most was, I've got a couple, but the one I remember the most is I laughed so much I had to use my inhaler twice. I went into 2 asthma attacks laughing so much, and that was Rat Race.
Rat Race.
I think Rat Race was absolutely hysterical, and I remember laughing so hard I had to tell somebody, get me my puffer, because I couldn't breathe. Oh, that's such a funny movie. If you haven't seen that movie, watch Rat Race. It is so funny. And I think it's funny just because it's funny, but also there are 2 characters in there that remind me of 2 of our boys. And it's just funny. I just love it. Brenda, you need to see it. It's funny.
It's funny.
Kansas Misfits Taxi. She likes that one. But yeah, Rat Race. Which one made you laugh the most?
I don't know, Rat Race was pretty good. I'm trying to think, what was the one that I couldn't catch my breath, and I didn't think I was going to be able to catch my breath, but I can't remember.
We Are the Millers.
We Are the Millers. We're the Millers. We are
the Millers.
We're the Millers.
Yeah, that one's funny too. Yeah, you were laughing really hard on that.
Yeah, I was actually getting that lightheaded, where
I thought you were going to pass out on that one. Okay. I know this one. I'm going to ask you this one, but I know what it is. Bowling or putt-putt golf?
Bowling or what?
Putt-putt golf.
Oh, man. I used to be a big bowler, but I think as I'm getting older, I'm probably more of a putt-putt golf guy now. But I was a bowler. This
summer, you need a pinky swear right here. Pinky swear. Pinky swear. Put your finger up. Other way. Pinky swear. We're going to go putt-putt golf this summer.
We could. Where?
I don't know. We'll find a place. I'll find a place. We're going to go putt-putt golf. Is that a date?
All right.
Okay. My turn. You go.
Putt-putt golf? I know where there's a driving range, but I don't know where the putt-putt golf is.
I want to go miniature golfing.
All right. All right. What's your worst habit you'll never break?
Keeping a clean house. Not being able to keep a clean kitchen. I have a really bad habit of going to bed and leaving the dirty dishes. I try to break it, but I doubt that I'll ever break it. What do you think it is?
For you?
Yeah. Because you're thinking like this.
Do we have I need a pen and a paper. No joke. I don't know. I would say leaving the toilet seat down.
Yeah, that's a habit I'm never going to break. The toilet seat will always be left down.
Yes, that's funny. Why do the guys have to put the toilet seat down? Why doesn't the women just pee?
Because you've been graced with the ability to pee standing up, so you have to make the extra effort there.
Okay.
So Real Tech Review says just build a putt-putt here on the farm. I think if we did it here on the farm, then it would end up being like whack-a-mole, because I think the little critters would come and take the ball.
Probably
It would be like Caddyshack. And Brenda Baker says do it on a cruise. I hope she's talking about putt-putt golf.
Oh yeah, they do have putt-putt golf on cruises.
So I think she's suggesting that our pinky swear involve a cruise.
Oh.
So you should take me on a cruise, and then we'll play putt-putt golf.
Like what kind of cruise? Cruise the car to the putt-putt?
You can't. Well, see, I knew you were going to find a loophole somewhere. Brenda hates dishes too, but bought me a dishwasher, so that would check.
Come on.
I have a dishwasher, but you have to admit that is one thing I've been very, very good at, is that I have a lot of things that don't go in the dishwasher, and I don't put them in the dishwasher. Like my really good pots and pans that shouldn't go in the dishwasher, and my cutlery set, my knife set that you got for me, the really nice butcher block set, I don't put those knives in the dishwasher. And then my really, really nice teal bowls, I don't put those in the dishwasher. Those are things I use almost every day. So since I don't put them in the dishwasher, sometimes I don't get to washing them. And what is another bad habit I will never, ever break? Making excuses. Hello, LP.
What is your favorite book?
My favorite book of all time, and I don't have it back here, but I have the sequel to it in the next room, is To Kill a Mockingbird.
To Kill a
Love that book. Absolutely love that book. I don't know. I don't remember how old I was when I read it, but when I read that book, I really related to the female character in there. Her name was Scout, and I just really related to that book. It was my favorite.
Mine's when it comes out on movie.
Your favorite book is when it comes out on a movie.
Yeah, unless it's Hot Rod Magazine or something like that.
Yeah. LP says Mom doesn't put anything with a wooden handle in the dishwasher.
No.
See, there's just some things that don't go into the dishwasher.
Yeah. And honestly, stuff that's wooden, that you have to take extra care because wood's porous, and then you can actually, so you got to make sure that you do extra care when you wash your wooden utensils.
That's one reason why I don't like you cutting meat on my cutting boards, because I don't want the meat juices on my cutting boards, because I'm not a meat.
I know. That's why 90% of the time I use a white one.
Yeah, you got your own cutting board for it.
Wait a minute. I bought that board to cut meat on. And who has it now? Oh.
Another habit I won't break is snaking your stuff. Education of Little Tree is our favorite book and movie. Oh, that's wonderful, Brenda.
Yeah, I wish I could get more into reading. I don't know. I think my mind just doesn't, I don't read fast enough. And so I read words. I don't read sentences and stuff like that. So unless it's something my mind really is interested in, like I can read big articles on automotive and stuff. And
Kansas Misfit wants to know if this is my husband. I've never met this man before in my life.
No.
Yes.
We ran into each other at the grocery store, and she wanted to know if I wanted to.
This is the Santa that was ringing the bell, the Salvation Army kettle, and I just brought him home. Yes, this is my husband, Papa Jim. He was the surprise guest for tonight. And you want to know what the real surprise is? Is poor Papa Jim didn't know I scheduled this until this morning. Did I tell you? Last night?
Last night, I think.
I didn't tell him I was doing this. He was like, what? So yeah, it's kind of a Santa quickie. Okay. Have you ever gone into the wrong bathroom?
Yes, I have.
Where was that at?
Where was that at? It was years ago. I can't remember where it was at. It was like at a race or something like that. That I had to go. And when I went and turned the corner, and then as I was getting into the bathroom, I noticed that there wasn't urinals. And then a woman came out of the stall, and it was just like, man.
About face. Out you go.
Yeah. That
okay.
Was not. Pumpkin pie or apple pie?
I love Starman pie.
Starman pie. Does people know what Starman pie is?
Most people probably don't know what Starman pie is. Starman pie is the Dutch apple pie that has the crumble on top.
Yeah.
And we call it Starman pie because of the movie that has Jeff Bridges in it, where he's an alien from another planet and he stops at a truck stop with this woman and they have Dutch apple pie and he really, really likes it. And so myself, Papa Jim, and my mama, we always called it Starman pie.
Starman pie.
And it was our favorite.
And my habit that I will never break is that I eat the topping off the pie.
And he can't stay off the tool truck.
I eat the topping off the pie.
Oh, Brenda, you should hear the story about me walking into the men's room if you haven't heard it already. I'll share that another day. Oh my gosh. It was
let me see here.
Kansas Misfits says pumpkin pie is her favorite.
Pumpkin pie. Well, pumpkin pie with whipped topping on it. I mean, that's kind of hard to beat too.
That's true. And because I'm very brain dead today, so I'm looking back through something here just so I can because my brain is not functioning right now. And I want to find something because I struggle with this so badly. And of course, it was the first one I did the other day, so it's the last one in my pile. Marsha, I knew it started with an M. Marsha, I got your Christmas card and I did a live mail call the other day. So I just couldn't remember. There's Marsha, Marlene, there's all these M names and I could not remember Marsha. Ooh, strawberry pie.
There was a place out in California. It was called Cabazon, Wheel Inn, that the strawberry pies were like that thick. I mean, they were just huge, big slices.
Big, massive slices.
Big slices.
We would at least go there once a year.
Yeah.
And try to get strawberry pie. A lot of time they'd either be sold out or they'd be closed.
And if anybody remembers back years ago, they had, it was a Pee-wee's Big Adventure, the movie.
Yeah.
And they ended up, and he was in the dinosaur where the Wheel Inn was.
Yep.
That was the dinosaur.
Those dinosaurs the dinosaurs that you see in Pee-wee's Big Adventure, that's where we used to go. That's where that is. And yes, Marsha, I actually discussed your handwritten recipe in the live when I did the mail call the other day. Thank you. I did like that. Thank you. Okay. Whose turn is it?
So what is the strangest thing you know way too much about?
The strangest thing I know way too much about.
I know something you know way too much about.
Castoreum? Food additives?
No. It's not the strangest thing though, but so if anybody doesn't know, when it comes to rock music and that kind of genre of music or whatever, she knows and she tries to quiz me on this, and I don't know. I grew up country music, but she'd ask me these things. She knows singers and actors and all these stuff. It's like, how do you know this?
I don't know. They stick in my brain sometimes.
I know. Crazy.
I mean, sometimes we'll be listening to an oldie station and all of a sudden it just pops in my brain, Petula Clark. I mean, that's such a weird name to remember, but it's like, oh, I know who sings the song. It's Petula Clark. Yeah. And, I know who that actor's name is. And it's just some random weird name. And I do come up with weird stuff like that. But I also do have the weirdness of knowing about some food additives that I will never eat again. And one of them is castoreum, which is from the anal glands of beavers. But anyways, hot and cold. There's only two kinds of pie that Marsha likes, and that's hot and cold.
Hot and cold.
That is a good answer.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a pie eater. I'm a cake eater. I'm a donut and muffin eater. I mean, come on.
He eats everything that Mama can't bring home anymore.
That's right.
Brenda Baker's talking about naked beaches.
What? Naked beaches?
But I didn't go into the wrong bathroom at a naked beach.
No. Have you met anyone famous, and who?
Oh, I have, and I think the most incredible one that I ever met was I rode in an elevator at Desert Hospital with Lucille Ball. So I met Lucy. And funny story is later on in life, like just by a few years, really. So I went into that hospital when I was 8. And I think it was probably a few years after that, Jim's mother actually worked at that hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of lived in the same community, but we never met each other.
No.
So
My most famous person that I ever met, and I got to say famous because I really idolized him, was I got to meet Dale Earnhardt Sr. So
yeah.
It was a thing that the dealership, we had like courtesy passes and stuff. And we actually got to go down pit road along where the race cars were. And I got to meet him and his crew and stuff. And that was pretty neat. So, okay. What favorite thing do you do for fun?
Since we've moved out here, what I really like to do for fun is I like to just get in the car and drive. I like to go on road trips with you and just go explore. I just like to explore.
That's neat.
I like to do that for fun.
I like to go on the Snap-on truck. I should show him. Never mind. I won't do it. My stack.
Marcia met Lou Ferrigno, Sean Cassidy, and Sammy Davis Jr. Sean Cassidy used to completely cover my walls as I when I was 10.
Yeah. I don't know. I've met some famous people, but something that really meant something to me. You know, I mean, I've seen other.
Yeah. I think for me, the one that meant the most to me was Lucy.
I got to meet. I actually, growing up as when I was little, we grew up in Palm Springs, so for Halloween we used to go trick or treating, and we used to go up on the hill and go to Bob Hope's house, Frank Sinatra. It was his house, but I don't know if he was. I don't think he was. If he was still alive, he was sick then, I think. But anyway. But
okay, but you also knew the Colonel.
I knew Colonel Sanders, sat on his lap. My grandparents
knew him very well. Professional pictures taken with the Colonel.
Yeah.
Not just because you met him in a mall or something. I mean, your family knew Colonel Sanders. They hung out with him all the time.
Yeah, my grandparents owned Kentucky Fried Chicken stores right when he started the franchises, and so they were, I forgot what number franchise they were, but it was in the teens that they were one of the beginning franchises. So, is it your turn or my turn?
I don't know, but I'll ask you. Pick one. Which one would you rather be and why? A ghost or an alien?
Would you say that again?
A ghost or an alien?
Would I'd rather be?
Which one would you rather be and why?
A ghost.
Why?
Because I think I don't know. I think I don't know if it sounds right or not, but I think a ghost would be more apt to be real than an alien for me. I don't know. I don't believe in aliens, so I don't really believe in ghosts. But I think that
we've had our moments where we've seen
right, but I think they're spirits. I think the spirits, you know. But yeah, no, I mean,
a true story, huh? You'll back me on that. There's been times I'm not kidding you guys. Yeah. There was this one place we lived in, and it happened more than once, but it happened like 3 times. But the one time I remember the most is we woke up in the middle of the night on the flat of our backs. We were both on our backs, flat, looking up at the ceiling, and there was this cloud over us. And it's like it's not that we couldn't move, like we were being held down. It's almost like we were too scared to move. But we were like, do you see that? And we were like, yeah, I see it. Do you see it? It's like, yeah. And then it just like dissipated. And then do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was freaky.
And then I remember, what was it? What was the one where it was that same apartment?
No, the one where there was the man standing in the doorway.
Yeah.
That was in Arkansas.
Right. That's
and
right.
And then the one in the apartment was on Lanier.
Right. But the one the guy standing in the doorway.
Yeah, there was a man standing in the doorway. Brenda has seen a ghost.
What?
Marcia saw an angel. And Brenda wants to know if there's any famous people in I don't know, my family, Papa Jim's family, in Marsha's family. I don't really have any famous people in my family. I used to think I had famous people in my family until I found out that my lineage was not my lineage.
I'm trying to think of. No, I don't think. I mean, no.
I will say, and I think my son is, if he's still in here, the Real Tech Review. I think it's him that's checking our lineage. That it's very possible that somebody in our lineage on Papa Jim's side signed the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah.
Charles Thompson with no P. See how our name is spelt back there? No P.
No peeing.
So it's very possible that that happened that way.
What is your current guilty pleasure?
My current guilty pleasure. My current guilty pleasure are the little candies that I found that are sugar-free that I'm allowed to have 2 of every night because I've cut out so much sugar because of my recent diagnosis that I don't get to have a lot of the things that I miss. And so I get to have 2 little Russell Stover candies. So those are my little guilty pleasure every night.
All right, your turn.
I already read that one. What is your most embarrassing moment in public?
My most embarrassing moment.
And yes, Brenda, I have seen a witch at work.
Huh?
I was answering Brenda while you're thinking.
I'm trying to think. My most embarrassing moment in public.
In public.
I don't know. There's been a few.
Not really many though, huh?
I mean, there was one time in Lake Elsinore when we were launching the boat and that slime, and I went feet straight up in the air, and everybody was on the boat ramp, and I was pretty embarrassed there.
Brenda's calling me out on my burnt buns in Jamaica.
Oh, good Lord.
That could be an embarrassing moment for you, was when I slipped on the dance floor and peed on the dance floor, and
but I wasn't.
I embarrassed you.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I wasn't embarrassed. I mean,
He's like, I don't know her.
I don't know.
Okay.
I can't think of one. So what? Oh, now here you go. What is your dream vacation destination and why?
Oh gosh, we were just discussing a lot of these. My dream vacation destination right now, if I could make it happen, is I would love to go to like Bora Bora or Fiji or one of those little islands where they have the walkways that go out over the water, and they have the little huts that have the glass floor sections where you can see the fish underneath, and you can just like go down the slide right into the ocean. And I just want to stay in one of those huts on the ocean with Papa Jim, but I'd have to I don't think I can handle that long of a plane ride, but that would be my ideal dream vacation.
I think mine would be spending doing like a 2-week deal doing that East Coast stuff we talked about, but doing it in a car and just drive it.
Oh, like a leaf peeper
Leaf
during the fall
peepers,
where we
hit
get to see all the leaves.
Yeah. But I want to hit all of the East Coast, all the way from Niagara Falls up through Maine, come down Vermont, all
Stay at Airbnbs.
Yeah.
Eat anything we want. Drive in the car. That would be fun. Marsha, my goodness. That is a little bit embarrassing there, isn't it? I'll let everybody read. I won't say it out loud. Now, this is a question you gave to me, and I think you probably should have asked me this one, because what is your go-to karaoke song?
My go-to karaoke song?
You don't sing karaoke.
I've sang karaoke one time.
What was the song you sang?
What was that?
I don't remember.
I don't know. I can't.
I remember encouraging you.
And I remember the guy saying that was a tough song to pick.
I don't remember what it was. How do you think you did?
Huh?
How do you think you did?
I did really good. At least that's what I thought. But
How
I
many
was
drinks did
also
you had?
I had a lot. I had a lot. So I had a lot. So,
Oh, gosh.
but
It
but I had
wasn't.
people. I had people in the front row that were critiquing, and not critiquing, but they were trying to help me. Like, don't put
Yeah.
the microphone so close, not so far away, and stuff like that. But
Yeah. We were cheering you on.
yeah, so
But I was proud of you for getting up there doing it.
yeah, I'm not. I'm not. If anybody knows me, I'm not the social butterfly. I'm kind of the wall hugger kind of guy that goes around hangs out on the outside. All right, so if your life was a sitcom, who would play not only you but your family?
If my life was a sitcom, Melissa McCarthy would play me. And it would be in the style of Roseanne. And I don't know who would play you. Who would you want playing you?
Me?
Yeah. If it was a
Um,
Roseanne type show, I have to pick the whole family, right?
yeah, I don't know. Who would I want playing me? Probably. Um, I'm not sure.
I don't know who I'd want playing you.
I don't know. I mean, he'd
But
have
I
to
would be
be.
Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of. I guess. What's his name? Uh, I can't think of his name. Stratham. Um,
Jason Stratham.
yeah, something like that.
Oh,
So,
you wouldn't want to
oh,
be Santa Claus.
huh?
Santa Claus and Melissa McCarthy. That would be a good mix.
What would that be?
It would. Okay, your turn.
Um, Let me see here. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Oh my gosh, a superpower? I wish I could teleport.
Teleport?
Yeah, I could teleport.
Yeah. I wish if I had a superpower, I could read minds.
What am I thinking right now?
No.
Oh. Tim Allen. Marsha got it. Tim Allen would be good to play
Oh,
you.
yeah.
That would be
That
very
would be
good.
me.
That would be
That's good.
absolutely. That's a
That
good
is.
one, Marsha. What is your go-to Monopoly playing piece and why?
What was mine? I'm thinking here. Oh God, what was it? I mean, they had the race car, but I think it was I don't know if it was the thimble or if it was the dog. I think it was the race car. I always try to get the race car, but I think if I couldn't get the race car, somebody got it before me. It was the thimble. I like the thimble, so I don't know why.
Okay.
Eh,
Lots of people picking the doggy and the
yeah, the
horse.
dog. Does your car have a name, and what is it?
My car does have a name. The name of my car is Dirty Gertie. She's the color of dirt, and we live on a dirt road. So when she's dirty, you can't really tell. And I named her after my grandma Gertrude. So I call her Dirty
Dirty
Gertie.
Gertie.
That's her name.
Yeah. All
What
right.
is your favorite 80s movie?
My favorite 80s movie.
And if Real Tech is in here, he'll say the same one.
My favorite 80s movie. Vacation? No. I don't know. There were several of them that I really liked in the 80s. Dirty Dancing.
I think that's 90s.
Was that 90s?
Maybe. No, I guess it's still 80s. Late 80s.
When was Days of Thunder? Was that 90s?
Or late 80s. I don't know.
Or late 80s? What do you think it was?
Urban Cowboy.
Urban Cowboy. Yeah.
I thought for sure it would be Urban Cowboy.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Days of Thunder in the Air. What was it
Uh-huh.
called? Top
Days,
Gun.
yeah, Top Gun.
Top Gun and Days of Thunder are the same movie. Just put one in the air and one on the
One on the ground.
plane, trains, or automobile.
I love trains.
Trains.
I want to go on a train.
Yeah.
I've been on a train.
I
We've
think
been
we're
on a
gonna.
small. We've been on a short train that lasts a couple
Yeah.
hours, but I've been on a train trip, but I want to do a train. Dirty
Yeah.
Dancing or Roadhouse, Ghostbusters. Everybody's got some answers over there.
Yeah. Dirty Dancing, and Roadhouse. Yeah. There were
Oh, those are good ones.
honestly that was a great era for movies. It really was. I
Yeah.
mean, because they did put some good movies out. Um, uh, get back on the train deal though. I think this summer we're going to be doing a train trip. So
Ooh. Fun, 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 fun for me. Marsha liked anything that had to do with Patrick Swayze.
yeah. Do you know that fun fact that Patrick Swayze they in Roadhouse when they were doing like his karate thing and he was shirtless, do you know that they were using my body as a double, but I didn't get paid for it?
You didn't get any credit for that, did you?
None. Unfair. How did you get your worst scar?
My worst scar. Well, I used to say that my worst scar was from having my babies, but that last abdominal surgery when I was diagnosed with cancer, they took that scar that was this big and they made it like this big. So, hi Harley, there's our little blind doggy. You want to get in on the action, Harley? Hello, baby.
I think he was getting overheated sitting next to me.
Well, you're hot, honey.
Is that what
You
he
start
did?
talking about being Patrick Swayze's body double.
I'm telling you. It wasn't an easy job, but I did
What
it.
am I thinking?
Huh?
What am I thinking?
No, you can't do that either. Um,
What's the most adventurous moment in your life?
the most adventurous or the most fun
adventurous.
adventure?
The most what?
The most fun adventure.
It says the most adventurous moment in your life.
I think the most adventurous. Oh, man. Most adventurous.
Don't let him jump.
No, he's not jumping. I mean, he's got everything in the way. I don't know. I mean, I had a couple of hairy deals. Say that again. Repeat that thing again.
What's the most adventurous moment in your life? I mean, you haven't been skydiving.
No, I think honestly, the most adventurous. I don't know. I'm just trying to think
You've
of.
flown a plane.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I've had some like adventurous moments. As far as.
Well, that's what it is. Adventurous moment. Good night, Marcia. If you have to go to bed, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Brenda says she knows it's the nude beach.
Yeah. No. I mean, I would.
No.
I don't know. Can't. I've had a lot of them, but I'm just trying to think of which one. I would say if I was gonna throw one out there. I think one of the best adventures I've had was my Mustang trip through the Grand Canyon, and we're standing on the edge of the Grand Canyon, which was breathtaking. Going down from Big Bear in my dad's truck and almost going off the side of it with Rick and Kevin. That was pretty scary, but I don't know.
Okay. So LP says that they've ridden a train from Utah to Michigan many years ago, and it was beautiful. Love to watch the landscape change. Takes as long as a drive, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
And Brenda says we should take the train on the whole Route 66. That would be fun. We've driven a lot of the Route 66, but you can pick it up from Chicago and take it all the way into
I
San
know.
Bernardino.
I know what my Adventurous was.
What?
Our cruise that we went on.
That
And the
was
only reason is because once we got where we didn't see land, that was for me that was weird because you know I don't know, that was the first time I ever like left land where I mean a
yeah.
plane was one thing, but
And you've got a thing about water.
I got to think about water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so is it my turn or your turn?
It's your turn. We were saying good night to Marcia.
Oh,
Good night,
okay.
Marcia.
Brenda, my uncle lived in Big Bear most of his life. Yeah. Yeah, one of those bad corners. I was driving my dad's truck, and it wasn't running right, and we faded out on the shoulder, and the back tire caught the edge. I thought we were going off the side of the cliff there. So, have you ever been handcuffed by the police?
By the police, no. By my granddaughter, yes.
Yes. With Grandpa's handcuffs that he did for work.
With Grandpa's handcuffs that he had for security,
yeah.
she handcuffed me.
All right.
I've got a picture of it somewhere. What is one thing that you've tried that you'll never do again?
What is the one thing I've tried?
It could be eating something.
Yeah.
A dare.
I don't know.
So you're pretty adventurous. You'll try
anything. Yeah. I mean, honestly, if it was going to Jamaica or whatever like that, that doesn't.
Yeah.
I would say,
I'll tell you one thing I think you've tried that you'll never do again.
What's that?
Have a mortgage.
A mortgage. That's true.
Because that was just,
yeah. For something, I was trying to think of a food that I've tried, because I mean.
Well, I think you'll try anything.
I think I'll try anything except that that Brazilian or whatever we ate at.
Oh, we went to a Brazilian restaurant and there was a salad that had like baby octopus in it that were crawling around.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
And they had rabbit on a sword, and no.
Yeah. I ate it. Yeah. Anyway.
So Brenda says she went to Big Bear every summer and she wouldn't watch the road because she was scared.
Yeah.
Cliff jumping. We almost dove off the cliffs down in Jamaica, but we were like, no.
I was that
close.
And then I thought, man, if I mess up, I'm in another country, and I don't know, man. I don't want to be hurt in another country.
A lot of responsibilities.
Who would you like to meet?
Who would I like to meet? Gosh, who would I like to meet? Living?
Didn't say. Just says who you'd like to meet.
Who would I like to meet? Betty White.
Betty White.
I would love to meet Betty White and sit down and have lunch with Betty White. Yes. That's my answer.
All right, ask.
What is your ideal career besides the one you have now?
My ideal career, I think, if I would have went down a different path, I would have been a doctor.
Not Antonio the pool boy?
Yeah, that's a side gig.
Okay.
No, I think I would have liked to be a doctor to help people. I think I would really. I think that.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay.
A song that always gets stuck in your head.
Love Shack is a little old place where We can get together. I can't sing good, but I love to sing it. It always gets stuck in my head. Love Shack, baby. Love Shack.
Feelings. Nothing
Feelings.
more than feelings.
Okay, Papa Jim, when you are alone out in your workshop, do you dance when nobody's watching?
I do.
Do you really?
I do.
See, I didn't even know that because you're alone, so I don't know.
That's right. I do. I mean, I don't really dance, but I'll do it. And,
You get a little like Caddyshack gopher wiggle going on.
I'll do that at work too when
That's
I'm
hot.
walking. I know the guys I work with think so.
Our list is getting low.
It is. I'm trying to think of what favorite food.
Pizza.
Mountain or beaches?
Mountains.
Sunrise, sunset.
Sunsets.
Bam. All right.
What's your pet peeve?
My pet peeve is when I have a lot of pet peeves, but my number one pet peeve is when somebody asks me for my opinion on something and then wants to argue me with it. That is what my biggest pet peeve. And through my whole career working on cars, I'll have somebody who, you'll get that one person every once in a while that'll say, hey, what do you think about this? And I'll say, well, blah, blah, blah. And they'll say, well, how, that can't be, or how this or whatever. It's like, well, you asked me for my opinion on something or whatever. So that's my pet peeve.
My pet peeve is double dipping. I hate it when people double dip. Oh God, I cannot stand double dipping. Don't double dip your chip in the sauce.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me.
Oh, it bothers me.
Yeah.
I don't mind if you double dip in my salsa. You can double dip in my salsa anytime you want. I don't like when other people double dip.
Harley's bailing out on that one.
And down he goes.
No more of that double dipping around this house.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, when people ask you for opinion and then they want to argue it, that's one of the pet peeves. And another pet peeve I have, being in the automotive world, is when people work on something and they don't put things back, as far as when they're working a lot, like on an engine, and all the wires put back into clips and stuff. If you took them out of the clips, put them back in the clips. God, bugs me.
You don't like it when people aren't efficient doing the
right. Just not efficient, just
lazy.
They're lazy. They're just. If you can't sleep in the middle of the night, what do you do? I know what you do.
I get up and I watch YouTube, or I play Gin Rummy.
Watch YouTube,
yeah. Would you rather have taste buds on your fingers or on your toes, and why?
Fingers.
Why?
Well, because I have a lot more control over my hands than I do my feet.
There you go.
I get, I have more availability of.
But if you had taste buds on your fingers, then you'd never put the toilet seat up or down.
No.
This is going to be a really bad rabbit hole to go down, so I need to stop.
On that note. Hot cartoon character.
A hot cartoon character? I think I'd be lying if I didn't say Jessica Rabbit. We all know it's Jessica Rabbit. Jessica Rabbit's the hottest cartoon character of all time. Wouldn't you agree? Or do you got another idea for another cartoon character? Don't say Yosemite Sam.
That's right. Let me think of. I think Pepe Le Pew.
Pepe Le Pew. He had his own mojo going on.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. Okay.
All right. I got, I'm done.
Okay. What's your most favorite nickname you've ever been given?
Daddy.
Who gave you
By
that nickname?
you.
Okay.
No, I would say my favorite nickname I've ever been given. Um, I don't know. I have so many. I have
Hey,
so many.
you.
Huh?
Hey, you.
Hey, you. I don't know. Papa Jim.
Papa Jim. Oh, that's a good one. You gave that one to yourself.
Well, I
Shira.
had, huh?
LP says Shira. I
Yeah.
have one more question for you, and then we're going to open it up to see if anybody wants to jump up and join us on the panel. What is your favorite Christmas breakfast?
My favorite Christmas breakfast?
Mm-hmm.
Stuffed French toast.
That's what I'm making you for breakfast tomorrow, sweetie.
Stuffed French toast.
All right.
And um hot cup of coffee
Mm-hmm.
and a foot massage.
That's not breakfast.
All right. Enough. I'm getting tired. I'm getting silly.
You're getting tired and silly. Well, I always like to invite people up. So we'll
That's
just
fine.
drop the link real quick and see if anybody wants to come up and say hello. Because some of these people have never had the opportunity to say hello to you.
So I'm just curious of what people think of my bushy beard.
I think your beard looks lovely. I know you pick it out at least once a day with a
Yes.
pick.
With a pick.
So I've dropped the link if anybody wants to come up and say hello. You want me to film it, Brenda? You want me to film making the stuffed French toast tomorrow? I might be able to do that.
That's a tradition.
It is a tradition. Stuffed French toast is a tradition. They say your beard looks great.
That's great. You said Yosemite Sam because that's exactly what I was thinking when I was looking at the thing. I was thinking, oh, Yosemite.
Were you really thinking Yosemite Sam?
I was.
That's funny. It's like we've known each other for more than just a couple of weeks.
Maybe.
All right, guys. Well, we are at an hour and 20 minutes, and
Yeah.
I doubt that we're going to get anybody to come up right now. And Papa Jim is getting tired.
Because
And
everybody's got to remember, Papa Jim's an early riser.
he is an early riser. He'll be getting up early in the morning to make the coffee. And he's always so nice to make my coffee in the morning. And then I'll see about
5:30.
making some stuffed French toast with low-carb bread
And
sugar-free preserves.
yeah.
So that
And
Mama
why?
can have them too. Why? Because Mama's working really hard to get her blood sugar down.
Because I love you.
Oh, I love you too. Thank you for being my quickie tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, and now Daz is here. Merry Christmas, Daz.
Hey, Daz.
What? Oh, there's a question. LP wants to know, what is the sweetest thing, the best thing each of you have said to the other?
The sweetest, best thing. I don't know.
He says sweet things all the time.
Yeah, we're that disgusting couple that you see that, now this is the honest truth. We have only said, each one of us have only said one bad word or one bad thing to each other in 40 years.
Yeah, that's true.
And so,
and mine wasn't really, no, yours was.
Mine was bad. That's only because I heard it from my father,
from your stepmom or your dad.
And so it was, it was in my young mind when I said it. But no, we're that disgusting couple that always hold hands, and we used to be called out for public display of affections and all that stuff. So,
but we did, for our 25th wedding anniversary, we did have a little quote put on all of our stuff, and I can't remember exactly because I don't have it right here in front of me, but it was something about
Jim is God.
Huh?
Jim is God.
It says going through life together, holding hands every step of the way, because we were always holding hands.
Yeah,
Um,
her mom used to say that. I mean, even when we did dishes when we were going together in school, that we'd hold hands doing
we
dishes
hold hands, and he tells me he loves me every day.
every day.
And I
So
always say, I love you, bud.
I love you too, sissy.
We always say that.
Yeah. So, but no, we uh we say stuff all the time. So
I do have in our bedroom, we've got a picture of us when we were renewing our vows, and it's written underneath. It says, I would say I do all over again.
yeah.
I'd do it again.
Ditto.
In other words, what does the other person do that just makes you melt? Maybe something you don't often say you like for them to say or do.
Hmm.
Keep it clean, Papa Jim. What makes you melt?
Um.
I'll share with everybody what you said the other day was because we both have our own little insecurities and stuff. And the other day I said, "Don't ever go nowhere," because I'll tell him that every once in a while. I'll say, "Don't ever go nowhere," and he'll always say, "I won't. I love you." But the other day he said, "I wouldn't ever do that. I love my life. I
Right.
love my life with you." And I thought that was really
Yeah.
sweet.
I'm. Um. I very much know that I've been blessed with a good soulmate to spend my life with. So why would I be stupid to blow anything like that over
Yeah,
what? So
and he knows I'd cut her.
yeah, and she doesn't complain about my snap-on. So
I don't complain about him going on the Snap-on track.
no, and she
So
gets cool stuff. You should see the
I
game
do
box
get
I got
cool
her.
stuff. He brings me cool stuff all the time.
I mean, we got snap-on steak knives, we got snap-on spoons, bowls, ice cream bowls that turn colors. Man, all
We
sorts of
got we got little soup bowls and soup spoons and a Dutch oven and a skillet and
cat water
clocks and
clock.
hoodies, and you got socks, and I've got my new game board. We've got Snap-on stuff everywhere.
I know,
You
and
know
and
those oil mechanics never die. They have Snap-on tools.
he just gives me the stuff. Just give it
Uh-huh.
to me.
He just gives it to you because you're just such a nice guy.
I'm just a nice guy.
Dad says he's sorry for being late. It's Dad's where Dad's is. He's already done with Christmas over there.
Yeah.
Christmas Day, so he did a light lunch with the family, resting now before the big dinner prep. Merry Christmas, special moment. LP's melting. Oh, we're cute. I thought Snap-on was just tools. Well, so Papa Jim, what's something she does you love, but maybe she doesn't know how much it means to you? That's a good, deep question.
I think what she does.
Put him on the spot.
I gosh, you know, believe it or not, um, I don't know how to say it.
Just say it.
Say it. I, it kind of reminds me of my big fat Greek wedding. What does she say to her daughter? The mom says to the daughter, the husband is the head of the household.
The husband is the head of the household, but the wife is the neck, and she
Right.
determines which way
Turns
the
it.
head turns.
Right. And so you've really had a lot of the decision making or kind of stuff through our whole marriage, and especially like with the kids and that and all that kind of stuff, and so I don't know. I mean, I think you're
Gentle.
stronger than you realize, and that's what I love about you is that
Oh, thanks.
and you treat me, you know, I don't ever want for anything. So yeah, if I want something, you know, you just tell me either to go get it or we can't afford it. Just suck it up, buddy. Okay.
We asked each other last week. He's like, "What do you want for Christmas?" I was like, "I don't need anything. What do you want for Christmas?" He's like, "I don't need anything."
No.
Because all I have to do is say, "Oh, neat. Look at this really neat Danish whisk." That's all I have to say. And I don't say it so he'll buy it for me. I mean, it really, really is something like I'll be going through Facebook and there'll be this little commercial for something. It's like, "Oh my gosh, look at this." And then next week it shows up in the mail. Like he orders it. Hello, Rochelle. I know you're just popping in and you'll probably be popping back out. Daz wanted to send you a Christmas card. Couldn't find your address. Brenda wants to send you a Christmas card, Daz. So, but that was a very good question, LP. Thank you.
Yes, very
Thank
good question.
you. I appreciate
I appreciate her all the time.
What, baby?
I said I appreciate you all the time. I mean, it's just there's not a day that I don't appreciate. And there's stuff that you do that I mean, even the simple things, that you don't.
I love it when I go to bed and he's already turned on the electric blanket on my side of the bed. Little things like that.
I like it that, and I hate saying stuff like that because it's just so 1940s, 30s, 20s male thought, about having my clothes cleaned and dinner ready and all that stuff.
That doesn't bother me a bit. I don't mind taking on that traditional role at all. I never have.
Some people don't think that that's. But
yeah.
I like being the breadwinner and coming home and you frying it up in a pan. So.
Fake bacon.
What?
Fake bacon.
That's right.
Not real bacon. It's past Rochelle's bedtime, but she got stuck playing Pictionary with her kid. All right. Well, guys, we're going to go ahead. We're going to say goodnight. I can see he's tired, and I appreciate the questions that you guys dropped. That was really, really great. If I have any mods in here, I would love it right now if you could grab that for me. Brenda, if you're still here, can you grab that? I don't think I can. Oh, I got him. Never mind. Thank you. All right, guys. Well, Papa Jim, thank you so much for agreeing to
thank you for
having a quickie with me. After I get things wrapped up, I'll come down. We'll have some hot chocolate and cuddle. Want to cuddle a little bit now after the quickie? Will you cuddle after a quickie?
I'm going to bed.
He's going to bed.
I'm going to sleep. I got to grab my dogs, and we're going to bed.
Isn't that the way it always goes, girls? You have a quickie, and then the guy goes to sleep.
That is.
Was
it good for you?
It was good for me. Was it good for you?
It was good for me.
All right. Thank you so much for agreeing.
Well, thank you for everybody who showed up. I mean, this is kind of new to me to be on the camera. I like being on the back scenes of everything, and it's fun.
Well, you're a good sport, and I appreciate it, sweetie.
All right. So I'm taking my Santa man. I got to go make sure. I got a busy night ahead of me, getting all those presents delivered around the world for all my kids.
There you go. The board is the beard is really playing well for you right now. I think in 10 years we're going to be a Mr. and Mrs. Santa here in our little community. I think.
I still got a little ways to go. I got a little darkness left, so I got to work on getting it lightened up.
I will ask you real quick before we go. Back when we were young, we said we wanted to grow old together. Did you think it would happen this fast?
No. A lot has happened, but then it was in a blink of an eye. So
yeah, 40 years went by in a blink of an eye.
But at least we had 40 years. I mean, a lot of people don't have it.
They don't. I want 40 more.
Yeah, a lot of people, they don't get the tragedies happen and stuff like that. They don't.
If we get 40 more, if we reach 40 more, I'll promise to put the toilet seat up for you.
If we get 40 years more, I won't even know what a toilet seat is. So
it's so true.
It's not right. I guess it depends.
It depends. All right, sweetie.
All right, everybody.
So you can go to bed. Good night, Annie.
Bye.
All right, guys. Best special gift ever. Yes, he is. Thank you so much. I know, guys, that it's Christmas Eve and you guys have other things that you could have been doing, but I'm so glad that those of you that were here were able to come spend a little time with us. I really do appreciate it. And next week, oh, we didn't promote our thing. Next week, New Year's Eve, I'm going to do another live with Papa Jim, and we're going to discuss the piñata and tell you what we're going to be doing with the piñata. Do you guys remember that poll that I had put up and it said piñata, pickle jar, or paper? Piñata won. I bought the piñata. We're going to meet side by side. We won't do the split screen. We're going to meet side by side and we're going to share with you guys what we're going to do with the piñata and a little hint for those of you coming in late. It has something to do with one of the answers to one of our questions tonight. We actually kind of discussed it a little bit. So, wonder what that could have been. All right, guys. I will see you Monday morning at, I believe it's, can't remember off the top of my head, Round the Hay Bale with Casey, Lisa, and Monica. We're going to do episode 2. We will be dropping some things in our community pages. So that's Monday morning if you want to stop by for Round the Hay Bale. And then Monday night, I have another quickie with Vision Acres Homestead. I need to get in touch with them and just make sure that we're doing that. And then on Wednesday, we'll be having a coffee chat. So until I see you guys again, thank you so much for stopping by for this special quickie. Everybody have a wonderful Christmas. Daz is wrapping up Christmas. Tomorrow's Christmas for everybody else. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time. So until I see you again, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and have a blessed holiday. We will see you again soon. Bye-bye.